Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Conversations with Sapphire J. Blue. I am Sapphire J. Blue, and tonight I have author Kenya Moss-Dymes, and we have book number 5, Anything for Angel, and this is dating app horrors. So I want to let you guys know this is a series of books. This is number 5. Author Kenya will let us know how many books are in the series. I was looking in the front to see. This is book number 4. Um, how many are in this series? But I'm here to tell you, if you were thinking about a dating app, woof, scary. I want to let you guys know this book is also by the author, and it is good. The author writes psychological thrillers. This is her book, Sick. I will probably be reaching out to her so that I can get anything for Angel. Um, I want to let you guys know she has awesome, like a lot of authors have good stuff. She has awesome stuff that she gives away in her gift boxes when she sends you the book. So this is Sick that I got. I have to get anything for Angel so that I can pick it up. You you will never, hey doctor,
Hi.
you will never guess the ending of the story. Don't try. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're one of those people who read from the back front, you're going to be lost. You got to read this from page 1 straight through. Arthur Kenya,
Hi.
why psychological thrillers?
Why? Um, I think it's like the flip side of horror, because I'm always doing horror and really horror is a psychological thriller as well. And I've always loved both. I love that whole range from, the crazy people who are just psychotic and scary all the way through to the supernatural possessions and, the actual monsters. So I love that range.
You you say monster in this book, but the monsters in your books are human.
Yes. Those are the most fun. I think those are scarier because who really believes in monsters? But we believe in
Don't
people.
don't test Sapphire. Don't test Sapphire. Asked my roommate on the cruise when she said, "Let's leave the door open on the cruise at night," and I said, "No, because a merman will climb on the boat and kill us." That was
See,
the
I'm always
first night.
afraid of something flying in the room,
No,
you know?
no, Sapphire. The second night, I told her, there's a problem with pirates,
Uh-huh.
and that's why the doors have locks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't. She's my friend since we were 5, so over 55 years of friendship. She just said, "Okay."
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
She said, "Okay, Sapphire." She didn't call me
Uh-huh.
Jeanette. She said, because obviously Sapphire is here in the room with me that's afraid to leave a room door open in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like pirates have all the up-to-date tools and they can get past your locks.
I've already booked 2 cruises, Arthur, and I need you to not
Okay.
put things in my head.
Okay, I won't. Scratch that from the record.
Yes. And then my next roommate is going to think I'm really crazy when I put the chair there.
Uh-huh.
This series, Dating App Horrors,
hmm
who came up with the concept? How many books is
Oh
it?
my gosh. I want to say so. Tanisha Stewart put together the BWW5 group, which is Black women who read thrillers, horror, and suspense. Yeah, pretty awesome. And it's been 1 year. I think it was 1 year in February. And then we started kicking around the idea of a collaboration. And I kind of think the idea of the dating app theme was, just us all kicking ideas around to begin with. And we passed a few different things and we settled on this one. And from there, it just grew, especially since we were each doing our own books, as opposed to us each being, in one book. And there's 5 books. So it's a 5-book series.
I see author Tony Leroy is here. Hit me up, Tony. I'm here. But you guys are, everybody in the group is just such awesome authors. I think I've read something by everybody in the group.
Yeah.
This dating app thing, people always say, oh, go on an app. And I say, no, I live in New York. It's a little different here. And I want to say, this is a New York horror story right here that you wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Started off crazy. We're just going to keep on rolling with it. But you have a twist in here that I'm telling people you're not going to see it. You're not going to see the twist at all. This is what I love about authors, and this is what I love about reading. Because when you read, you know your imagination, you don't know somebody else's. Mm-hmm. Because someone could read the beginning of your story and say, I know where it's going. No, you don't. You don't know. Yeah. You don't know.
Yeah.
Because the author got something going on a little crazy. You think not? Pick up this one. And this is not my first book that I read by the author.
Right.
But I was letting them know that the author has great little gifts that she gives in your boxes. So if you order her paperback, get ready. You talk about, I see you have like little discussions. Does somebody always have to die?
I don't think so. That doesn't have to be the end result at all, but you just have to build a level of suspense and dread and fear. And you can accomplish that without, someone actually dying, of course. I'm trying to think if I've written anything where no one dies. I have to think on it.
Arthur J.R. Mason said yes. Somebody always has to die.
It's more fun, but I had to have written something where nobody dies. I'm gonna have to think on that one. It's just more fun, but yeah, they don't have to. I think it's the experience in the story, the experience that you give the reader. Mm-hmm. That's more important.
In this story, you give us, I'm going to tell you guys, we have 2, 4, basically 6 characters. The author starts us off at least one body. Author Tony LaRue says, yes, she's a killer. She's a killer. You have 6 characters in here. Experience of death. Yes. Okay. Yeah. With the 6 characters, it's 5. No, it's 6. With the 6 characters, yeah, it's 5, 6. You know why I'm saying it's 5, 6.
Yeah.
So with the story, we have some characters, and we start off on a dating app. We have 2 characters using this dating app. They're both using it for different reasons. Mm-hmm. Do you believe in dating apps, Arthur?
I have done dating apps in the past. I haven't had anything like, what we wrote about in these books, but I had some very unsettling experience meeting people, meeting some weird people. People really are on there for different reasons. Mm-hmm. My character, Laurel, I actually know someone who was on the dating app in order to pitch a sales, pitch a pyramid scheme, mm-hmm. basically, mm-hmm. by enticing men into a conversation and, then turning it into, hey,
a business.
Yeah, so that's where that idea came from. Mm-hmm. And, there are people on there. I see stories all the time on Dateline and, 48 Hours where men are on there scamming women to get their money.
Look at the show she's picking. Dateline and 48 Hours. Yeah. There goes your key right there.
Love them. 2020, I love them.
I, as someone who loves to watch Buried in the Backyard,
Mm-hmm.
a thriller show, or Snapped or something like that, who watched Criminal Minds until she scared herself almost to be afraid to leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
I really had to stop it because I was under the impression that people were following me all the time. Can't function in life being afraid to leave the house. But you give us in the story two regular people with psychological problems.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we would say Laurel maybe is not as crazy, but then you got to read the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even the ones that you don't think are crazy, they're dealing with something. Everybody's dealing with something in their life. Even the most normal people with a smile on their face, they're dealing with something.
Yeah, and I think, don't they tell us the employee that smiles the most is the one that's going to come back and kill everybody?
Yeah, you just never know what's behind those eyes.
Right. Now, do you have a thing with hornets?
No, I just thought that was something fun to use. You know, you don't see it a lot, and I saw that opportunity, and I just went for it. And it's been a lot of fun to use that in the, I should have brought one of my bookmarks up here, but it's been a lot of fun to drop it all over the book. And the paperback has the hornets and the formatting and stuff too. But like I said the other day, the hornet is not a main character,
Mm-hmm.
even though it should be. But I mean, how often do you see that in a story? So I
The
just wanted to
hornets
use
are
that.
a main character.
I mean, yeah, yeah. They really could be.
They play a major part in this book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
They play a major part in this book. They're more major than people think.
yeah. And look,
Um,
it's on my shirt too.
oh,
Hornet.
so
Yeah.
and so when we see Angel and Angelo,
Mm-hmm.
um, we know that. Do you think all twins are crazy? Now, I know I just opened myself up for nonsense, but do you think most twins are crazy? There's a lot of murders out there with twins.
Yeah, see, I don't want to insult twins, but a lot of horror stories involve twins. A lot of horror movies involve twins. So you twins out there could, make of that what you will. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but that is a very popular, thing in horror and psychological thrillers. So
Yes. Um, I also want to say that abused women are too.
oh, absolutely. So, and there's many different types of abuse too. So it's not always on the surface.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The scorn of a woman.
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of hidden messages in there.
Marcus. Oh, Marcus. He just didn't know when to shut up, huh?
No, no. So it's hard to feel sympathy for the men too. They kind of walked right into it. So
I would say, well, we know Daywood did.
hmm,
He walked right into it.
yeah,
Marcus just didn't know when to shut up.
right.
A lot of times women will say to men, shut up before something happens.
Hmm.
And they test the theory.
Yeah, yeah. He was very rude. He didn't have to be rude. He should have just.
No, he's used to, that was his
Yeah.
character. That's who you wrote him to be. That's who he's used to being. And that's how he's used to acting.
Hmm.
So you just had him continue his character
Yeah.
to the end of the book. And, sometimes you can't just treat people any kind of way.
Yeah.
And I think that's true between Angel, and I think that was true with Marcus. I think it was true with Abigail, with Laurel. Sorry, I
Yeah,
don't know why I called it
Laura,
Abigail.
yeah,
Laurel.
Abigail was the other
Yes.
storyline in there. And Abigail's story runs through all 5 books. So that's the benefit of reading all 5 books in order, because you can follow Abigail's story to the end. And it ends in Kira's book.
Okay. So Kira, you got to hit me up. Tony, you got to hit me up because I know them too. That's here. Who's the other authors here? Is J.R. Mason one of the authors?
No, unfortunately, JR is not in this series, but she's here, and you can certainly
Yes.
get her on to talk about her new
Yes.
book.
All the authors here tonight can reach out to me and get on my show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ready to work on the April calendar, so now is the perfect time.
Okay.
Arthur Kenya, we have to go on your website to get the book from you.
Yes, I mean, it's preferred, and it's better for you and better for me. I try to make it special.
She does. And I have lots of horror stuff around here in my office. Once it gets more organized, I will have the authors stuff that they send with their books. But she sends you a lot of cool stuff. And the authors are really, this year, I want to promote more people buying the books from the authors.
Yeah.
I mean, we do support Amazon. I don't want anyone to say that I don't. And even when I buy the paper book, I still get the book from Amazon because I listen to it while I work.
Mm-hmm.
People are always like, "Oh, how do you do so much reading?" I'm listening to the book. I let the Kindle read to me, because I work a full-time job.
Okay.
But I like them. I'm liking the paperbacks. I'm getting quite a few collections, and I'm going to get a nice bookcase to put them in. What can we expect from you next? You're working on something right now.
Yes, I'm working on a couple of things. I'm going to do a soft launch of the Mixtape 2, Volume 2, which is another collection of short stories, and these are re-released short stories.
The first one was so crazy.
Yeah, I got to do it again.
Because it was
And I'm
really,
going
I want to let you guys know, it was really kind of creepy and scary. And I
of course.
interviewed the author on the book, and I was like, ew.
Yeah,
And I
that's,
was
thank
like,
you.
ew, because like when you read some of these thrillers, the authors put like spiders and all kinds of creatures in them. Um, they they put people who are not right.
And this one is going to have my story about
Oh,
raccoons. The story
oh
called
no,
Chitters.
come on. Raccoons are regular animals. Then we have to stay in our neighborhood. This is not fair, Arthur.
Hey, hey, you guys got to read that if you haven't read that yet. So, yeah, that's going to be fun.
So yeah, that's what not the mixtape. Right. You're exactly right. Because it was really kind of creepy. Um, do I want to hang out with Arthur Kenya? No.
Yes,
And
you
I say that about the
do.
crazy authors. No, because you guys are crazy. You're gonna be like, oh, let's walk down dark alleys. Let's see what's gonna happen.
You know what? I'm not like that in real life, though. That's why I put it all out on paper, because in real life I don't do all of that stuff. I'm the total opposite in real life.
Well, you have in this book that you are the seed.
Yeah, Seed is coming in May. May
Mm-hmm.
20th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Seed was promised. It's the last story in Sick Love and Kisses. So I'm finally
Mm-hmm.
going to release that as a novella. Um, and
Dead
then
Zone.
Dead Zone is a zombie story that I've been working on off and on for probably 8 or 9 years. So that's coming in, I think it's July.
The
That's up for pre-order.
the Candy Lady.
Finally, The Candy Lady is going to be released, and that is a continuation of a story in Daymare's called Playground.
Days was really scary
Yeah, thank you.
because that was stuff that happened in the daytime.
Yeah, Daymares was my first
You
collection.
guys, look at my face, but I love the books, right? Because I keep on having the author back. I keep on reading the books. I have to move away from sex and smut sometime.
Hey.
So I gotta go on the other side
You got to go
where,
full circle.
yes,
Yeah, a little variety.
yes. She was also in the Freestyle Cipher, which you guys know I have covered everyone they've dropped.
Hmm.
These books are really, I'm loving this one. I love books where you can't wait to read each and every one of them. Yes, yes, author Tanisha. They're so good. Um, I want to say not only does the author write the books, but the creepy people are people of color.
Yes, and I think that's so important that we're represented in this genre because a lot of
So I just want to say I don't want you guys to think that creepy people who are killers are just not
hmm
people of color because
hmm
the authors put them in there to let
yes.
you know that we people of color are just as crazy as everybody else.
And that's an important
Right.
lesson.
That's important to know. What won't you write about that's creepy?
That's creepy. I struggle with body horror, even though I've tried it. Like Limbo was body horror, and I think that was very tame. I struggle with watching it and reading it because that gets me. Um, and I don't really care for anything involving fluids other than
Mm-hmm.
blood. I don't care for horror when it's a lot of just gushy, squished
Mm-hmm.
organs and things like that.
Yes.
But pretty much everything else is open season. I
Yeah,
just
because
may
you have
do it in a way
creepy
that's
kids.
oh, I love creepy kids. That's my favorite.
Yes, Arthur Kira, representation is important.
It's very important. Yeah, we want to see ourselves, in the
Hmm.
vampires and monsters too.
Hmm. Yes. And I said to Arthur Kenya when she told us that she was writing the zombie book, I told her I would read her zombie book. I have been reading authors of colors zombies books when Sapphire is not a zombie person,
Hmm.
but you guys seem to write zombie books that I can tolerate.
Okay, that's good to
Something a little
know.
different.
Yeah.
Um, what when you're writing, do you ever say to yourself, "This is too much"?
You know when I thought it was too much was when I wrote Limbo.
Hmm.
And it's one of my favorites. But the idea of someone actually, I mean, the idea of someone harming themselves for love is not new.
Hmm.
But the way that they were doing it, I think I felt like this is too much. It's too bizarre. But it was so much fun to write. And it was so crazy. I felt like that was too much. But yeah, that one was fun.
How do you write? Do you outline? Do you like have a list like these are going to be the killers, this person's going to die? How do you write?
I'm definitely not that organized. I may start with a loose outline, just jotting down some ideas, but I don't stick with it. Once I start writing, it's just, whatever happens, happens. I don't
Hmm.
stick to it, but I definitely do a very loose outline.
Okay. You- You're saying the next book is May?
Mixtape is probably going to be within the next 2 weeks because I'm just doing a soft launch. And the mixtape
Hmm.
is also only going to be available from my website, both ebook
Hmm.
and paperback. I'm trying an experiment with that. It's not going to be on Amazon. I'm going to try only from my website and see how that goes. And then maybe later I'll put it on Amazon. So that's why I'm not doing, a huge launch. That will be within the next couple of weeks.
Drop
And
up,
then Seed is in May.
drop the links on my page right away.
Oh, absolutely.
If you promote every day, drop it on my page every day.
Okay. I will tag you.
Let's see. I want to see how this works. For not only you, but for other authors also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, I have a couple of authors who are trying to go that way also.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see what we could do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you know what? We're learning that we can't always depend on everything.
Exactly. And it's just one book out of, others will still be on Amazon. So why not experiment with one? And, if it does well, then I'll do a few more and I can still have some there too.
I did 2 audiobooks from an author that the audiobook is not on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Author Navi Robbins, he did his own audiobooks.
Okay.
And I bought them from his website.
Okay.
And I'm an Amazon audio subscriber.
Okay.
But we have to try different avenues now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Yeah.
put it out
Did you
there
ever
like that.
did you ever listen to the Progeny audiobook?
No. You have
Yeah,
it on your
that
website?
so I started out with that on my website and on Spotify and a few other places. And that one was narrated by author J.R. Mason,
Mm-hmm.
which you guys can talk about when you have her on your show, because she did her own audiobooks as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I started out with it on my website, and then everyone kept asking for it in Audible because they wanted to use their
Mm-hmm.
credits. So I'm waiting for it to go live on Audible
Mm-hmm.
any day now. So I'll see how it does on Audible. But at the end of the day, I do make more from it selling it myself.
Okay. Do you have it on your website at all?
Right now, no, because you can't have it on both. If you put it in Audible, you can't have it,
Okay.
well, I have to check. It has those rules,
Right. Right.
but yeah,
Okay.
but there was a
So
cost, and yeah, it's on
when
Spotify
you,
right now,
I don't have Spotify. Do you
and
have
it's
to be a
on.
member to be on Spotify?
I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. I know it's on Nook and Apple. What do they call it? Apple, whatever Apple's thing is, and Google.
Mm-hmm.
It's on all of them.
It's on
And
Google?
yeah, what is it? Google Books? I don't know the name of it.
Okay.
And then it's on the library app, Libby.
There you go.
Yeah, it's on there too. I
But
just
if
want
I
people to
buy
use
it
it.
from Google, you get credit for it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna order that tonight from Google,
Okay. Yeah, you're
and
gonna
this way I'll have it, and then we'll get you on in the next 2 weeks after I do the Audible to talk about it.
okay. Okay. Yeah,
Is
that'd be
that
awesome.
your is that your Stanley blinged out?
This is not a Stanley. This is it doesn't have a name.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very cheap knockoff. I did not bling this out, but yes, it is blinged out.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Sapphire is a girly girl.
I am too.
Um, I have my cup that I
Okay.
got from author. Why can't I think of her name right now? I have her books. Her books box. I love the boxes, authors. I keep the boxes.
Mm-hmm. Boxes are fun.
Yeah, I say that, but my son doesn't think so. I got it from Arthur Mo Flames.
Okay.
So you guys see this? The
Uh-huh.
authors give great stuff.
Okay. Lucky you
So
get all that good stuff.
yes. So I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna order the paperback of Anything for Angel, and I'm gonna order the Prodigy from Google Books.
Okay. Okay.
So I
Well,
want
good
to
luck with
thank
that.
all the authors that are on here tonight and all the readers. You want to go pick up from the author um, Anything for Angel.
Yes.
And even though it's still early in the night, you might want to read it in the daytime.
Yeah. And pick up the other 4 books as well
And pick up the
because
other
they're
12
all
books.
so much
Yes.
fun.
Pick them up from the authors. The authors hit me up so you can come on so I can
Yeah.
go buy your books.
I see a lot of authors
And
in the comments.
yeah,
Get all of them.
yeah.
Every single one. Write those names down.
Yes, they need to come on here. I've been calling them out. Author Tanisha, get in here. So,
Idalia, I see Natasha, all of them.
yes,
We see you.
I see you guys. Get on my show, book your April dates. Arthur Kenya, we'll talk soon because I got to
Thank
get you on
you.
here with Prodigy
Okay.
after
Thank
I
you.
listen to the audio. Thank
Okay.
you. Good
Thanks.
night, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.